from 2002 to 2010. And he's an innocent man sitting in jail, 65 years old, being tortured and locked up. And it's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And we're doing this demonstration now because we want to get the word out. A lot of people in Georgia know about it, but we have stores nationwide. And I don't know if you saw on your flyer, on the bottom of that flyer, they're doing this exact demonstration in all of those cities. And in August, we're gonna do it again in DC as a big family. So we're just trying to get the word out that we have an innocent man sitting in jail, and the more energy and the more focus on him being free from people who know him and people that don't know him. I know most of us know somebody that's been, especially us black folks, we know somebody that's in jail that's probably shouldn't be there. Either they not guilty or they got a sentence that they really didn't deserve. Or it's a young cat, give them another chance. We got a whole lot of us locked up that don't deserve it. So those brothers are representing every single brother that we have locked up that does not deserve to be there. Are there any questions? I'll feel free to ask any questions you want to ask. Oh, we have a website. We have a website, dryorkisfree.com. No periods, no commas, dryorkisfree.com. All information is on these flyers. You go to that website, you can read more about his case and more details about it and what you can do as a citizen to help out. Yes.
Are you talking to black journalists that have to help us in our case?
I'm glad you asked that. We did speak to somebody with CNN, and they're the ones who suggested that we point out that they violated MLK holiday. Most people, stuff is not really newsworthy if it's not something that everybody around the nation could relate to. And everybody knows Martin Luther King Jr. and everybody knows that he has a federal holiday, but everybody doesn't know that government officials tend to violate that holiday by having court. So it happened to him. There was court on that holiday. They didn't have to have court that day. It wasn't that deep, but they did anyway. Like, it's almost like a slap in the face. We don't care about your past leaders or your leaders of today. It was demeaning and disrespectful to Reverend Dr. King, and it was demeaning and disrespectful to Malachi York.
Well, there are some journalists out there that have to get the media's attention, like about 3 or 4 years ago, the January 6th incident, where I think a journalist named Michael Baby covered the story. He got a lot of black leaders out there. Maybe we should check into somebody like him.
That's a good idea. We can talk to as many people as we want to, and whoever wants to listen, let them listen. I don't really know that many in this area. I've come back. I was in Georgia, like I said, but I've now moved back to Texas, and we're trying to get the Texas family back into unison so we can mentally and physically fight for his freedom. But that is a very good idea. That's a very good idea. But in my past, because I used to work with directly with, in my past, they always print the wrong thing. They always say the wrong thing. They'll come to you, oh yeah, we want to hear your side of the story. What do you have to say about this? And you say everything you got to say, heartfelt. Then when you see it on the 6 o'clock news, they didn't cut it out, chopped it up, and then got somebody else over here who is against you, who they get the full story from. It's Montel Williams had people on his show against us. Nobody's really done anything for us as far as the media is concerned, but it doesn't hurt to try. So that's just been my personal experience.
The thing I was about to say was the people who were speaking out against Dr. Malachi York, their stories is not really media attention as well, because nobody really remembers them that much.
Well, if you somebody coming up saying, child molestation is a big deal. It is big. And here you are, an adult, and the media has already put us out there as a cult. And they put us in it was CSI. Yeah. CSI, they had case in that because they was investigating a cult where this man was saying that he was gifted or whatever, and he had mostly women living around him, and they had his kids, and they said, oh, there was a case like this, the Malachi York case in Georgia. They mentioned our case in that as comparing it to a cult. So the media, I mean, they putting us out there, but it's the wrong side. It's the negative side. And so when somebody steps up and says, I was one of those people that was touched, and it's a bold-faced lie, people tend to listen to them because it's drama. People like drama. Look at all the reality shows that's out now. Filth.
All
you know,
the tabloids.
All the it's just tabloids on TV. That's what makes money. That's what makes money. Real stuff, the truth, that doesn't make money. People don't want to hear about this. They don't want to hear about this. They want to hear about somebody making up some kind of crazy story of them living in a cult. And the sister Abigail, she said that the person that had them all sitting together that were all conspiring against Malachi York, she said he had us watch tapes of, oh man, it was some different cults that they had documentaries on, and he had them watch those tapes to get ideas of what to say and how to say it to be believable in court. So, I mean, that's what they wanted to hear.
I agree with you, but you know, at the same time, when it comes to drama, it always comes two sides of the story. Example, if I'm talking bad about you, and I'm just, you know, dogging you throughout the month, eventually they're gonna try to make you look stupid and come interview you. So that's what I'm saying. If they actually get fired enough to come after us, as we have all the truth and knowledge, we can come to them and show them how stupid they are about saying Dr. Malachi York was guilty.
Well, I mean, we're challenged now to do that. You know, it's not a whole lot going on. Texas, people really, they don't really know that much about it. You know, it's real hot in Georgia, it's real hot in New York, but it's quite a few of us, but we spread out and we don't keep in communication. And it's time for us to come back together because collectively, Doc always says, love is the key. Love will get me out. And as long as there's fighting amongst us, that's what's keeping them in there. When we have people that's in the family that bicker and fight over small, minute things while he's sitting there locked up. So that's what we got to focus on. We got to really focus on getting our minds right. Focus on the family. We can worry about the other people later. Sure.
You know, we already know that the Caucasians come to destroy, they keep us apart. Now we have a strong brother like Brother York. See, same thing happened, you know, Brother Yahweh.
Yes.
He came the same way and brought us together, and they classified him as a brother.
Right.
You understand? So our elected officials, ain't no cameras here. So they're not.
And we did send out a press release.
We
sent out a press release to all the chambers.
So ain't no cameras there, so they not here. But you know, today, it's us. Now when it happened to them, you know what I mean? They here. But they put the stigma about criminalization, about, you know, the charge, whatever.
Right.
The more weight, and so, you know, kind of affect people. Let me say this. Even Martin Luther King, he went to jail for a little while. That's when he wrote his best book.
Sure
in Birmingham jail. Is that correct?
And they accused him of being unfaithful.
Malcolm X, right?
Yes.
So we got to different people understand that it's not, you know, wrong or no crime to be a criminal, but it is one to stay a criminal. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that we need to, you know, come together. Get these, go to work, you know. Look what we got over there.
Yeah.
These young people, they still in their future every day. They got loud music. They don't want to come over and get with us.
Yeah, I'm a school teacher. I know exactly what
they should be running over here.
Yeah.
Do you feel me, sister? They should be running over here and like a sponge and suck up this knowledge. What we trying to do. Because it's going to happen to them. You understand? You know, so I like these brothers symbolic what they're doing, you know, they doing is what? Politically, economically, socially, and emotionally. That's what they represent to me.
That's right, that's right.
And then they say, well, it ain't gonna happen to me. But you, like you said, being black in America, especially a black belt,
Yeah.
it will hold you hostage in a minute.
Yeah.
You know? But they got the loud music though, Showtime, they got the loud music.
They still caught up in of the world, you know.
And the
Just don't know what's going on, don't have any idea.